Welcome to the deep dive. This is where we take the sources you send our way, dig into them, and try to pull out the key bits of info, really just get you up to speed quickly.
Exactly. We navigate through all the noise, you could say, find the important stuff, and hopefully make sense of it all for you.
So today's deep dive takes us into, well, what sounds like a pretty appealing idea, making money just by listening to music online.
hmm
And our source material for this is an audio recording. It's from someone called Mark Minardini. So let's see what he has to say.
Okay. So, according to this recording from Munardini, the main hook is you could potentially earn up to $12 for every song you listen to.
$12?
Yeah, and he says the payments go straight to your PayPal account.
Wow, okay. $12 a song just for what? Hitting play? That
Yeah.
definitely sounds interesting. So what's the platform? How does this actually work?
He points to a website called playlistpush.com. That's playlistpush.com. And the basic idea, it seems, is that it connects artists, musicians who want people to hear their new stuff, with listeners. They call these listeners curators.
Curators. Okay, so like people who make playlists.
Exactly. People who listen and potentially add songs to their own playlist. So it's kind of a marketplace.
Right. And the money, where does that come from? The artists pay.
That's what Munardini explains, yeah. Artists pay for campaigns on Playlist Push. He mentions figures like $150 or maybe more.
Okay.
And that money is used to get their songs sent out to these curators. So the listeners, the curators, get paid from that pool of money.
Ah, I see. So the artists pay for exposure, and part of that payment goes to the people listening. Kind of a win-win
Well,
potentially.
that's how it's presented, yeah. Artists get ears on their tracks. Listeners get paid for, well, listening and maybe sharing.
Okay, that makes sense for the artists. But let's focus on the listener side, on you if you're interested in this. Becoming one of these curators, what do you need to know?
Well, the numbers Munardini throws out are earning between $1 and $12 per song, which is quite a range.
Yeah, 1 to 12 is pretty broad.
It is. And he mentions payments are through PayPal, and they happen every Friday. So like a regular weekly payment schedule.
Weekly PayPal payments for listening to music. It sounds, well, almost a bit too good to be true. Is there a catch? I feel like there has to be something more.
There is. And it's quite a significant one. To become a curator on Playlist Push, you need at least 400 followers.
400.
Yep, on Spotify or Deezer or Apple Music, one of those platforms.
Ah, okay. That makes more sense. So you need to actually have an audience already. The artists are paying for access to your potential audience via your playlists.
Precisely. That follower count is kind of your entry ticket. It shows you have some influence, some reach.
Right. So 400 followers, that's definitely a hurdle for, well, probably most people just starting out. Does Munardini offer any advice on how to get there, how to bridge that follower gap, especially on Spotify?
He does. He focuses mainly on Spotify. First, he suggests, you could just start a completely new Spotify account for this if you wanted.
Okay, a dedicated account.
Yeah. Or use an existing one.
Mhm.
But the main thing is how to actually get those followers. And he talks about using specific websites. Playlisting websites, he calls them.
Playlisting websites. Tell me more about those. What are they?
Well, they're basically platforms designed to help you get your playlists seen by more people. The idea is more visibility leads to more people finding your playlists, liking them, and then, crucially, following your Spotify profile.
Okay, so like promotional tools, which ones does he mention?
He specifically names two, Playlist.net
Playlist.net,
and Soundplate.com.
soundplate.com. Got it. Okay, so let's take playlist.net first. How does that one work, according to Munardini?
He says you can submit your Spotify playlists there, completely free.
Free submission. Okay.
Yeah. And by listing them there, you basically increase the chance that other Spotify users who are looking for new music will discover your playlist. He mentions there's a submit a playlist button. Sign up is free. Pretty straightforward, it sounds like.
Right. Get your playlist listed. Hope people find it and follow you. Makes sense. And the other one, soundplate.com. Similar deal.
Very similar principle, yes. Munardini says Soundplate also helps you grow playlists, and it works for both Spotify and Deezer.
Oh, Deezer too. Okay.
Yeah. And again, he mentions a free submission system. He suggests looking for a playlist link, often maybe top left on their site, to find where to submit. The core strategy is the same. Use these sites to boost your playlist exposure, which should hopefully lead to more followers.
Okay, so curate some good playlists on Spotify, then use sites like playlist.net and soundplate.com to get them out there. That's step one for building followers. Does he suggest anything else?
Yes, there's another angle he brings up. Reddit.
Reddit. Interesting. How does Reddit fit into getting Spotify followers?
He points to a specific subreddit, which is like a dedicated forum called Spotify Playlists. So, Spotify Playlists.
Okay, Spotify playlists on Reddit.
Apparently, this subreddit is a community where people share and discover playlists. And Moonardini says they sometimes have competitions.
Competitions?
Yeah, where winning playlists get prizes. But more importantly for this goal, they get highlighted, get more visibility within that Reddit community.
Ah, so winning a competition there could lead to a bunch of new followers checking out your Spotify profile. That's quite clever.
Seems like it. He gives a specific link. Reddit.com/Spotify playlists.
Reddit.com/Spotify playlists. We'll put that in the notes.
And he also makes a point about Reddit showing up well in search engines, like Google. So if you regularly post your playlists on that subreddit, you might get, organic traffic over time. People just searching for playlists might find yours via Reddit.
Okay, so consistency is key there too. Regular posting on that subreddit.
That's the suggestion, yes.
All right, so let's recap the strategy Moonardini lays out. You need 400 followers on Spotify, Deezer, or Apple Music to even apply for Playlist Push. To get those followers, especially on Spotify, he suggests, 1, use playlist promotion websites like playlist.net and soundplate.com.
The free submission ones.
And 2, actively share your playlists and maybe participate in competitions on their Reddit subreddit for Spotify playlists.
Exactly. Build the followers using those methods first. Then, once you hit that 400 mark, you can go to playlistpush.com and apply to become a curator.
And potentially start earning that $1 to $12 per song.
That's the path Moonardini outlines in the source audio.
Okay, so bringing this deep dive together, the source, Mark Moonardini's audio, suggests this possibility earning money, up to $12 a song, paid via PayPal by listening to music through playlistpush.com.
But with that crucial first step, getting 400 followers on a platform like Spotify.
Right? Using tactics like playlist promotion sites and the Reddit community he mentioned.
That's the gist of it.
So here's something for you, the listener, to think about. Consider the effort involved here. Building a following, even just 400 followers, takes time, right? You need to make good playlists, consistently promote them.
Yeah, it's not passive. It requires active work up front.
Exactly. So how does that effort balance against the potential payout of, say, $1 to $12 per song you listen to after you get accepted? Is this, a realistic side hustle for you? Or maybe it's just an interesting way to discover new music with the possibility of earning a little bit on the side?
That's the key question, I think. What are your expectations versus the work required?
Definitely something to mull over. Maybe check out those sites Moonardini mentioned, playlist.net, soundplate.com, and the Our Spotify Playlist subreddit. See what that world looks like before deciding if diving into this is right for you.